Hi beautiful souls, nice to see you again. I just did a video for Instagram and now I'm doing one for you as well. The month of May was crazy. It was crazy in depth. It was such a deep healing month that my human self didn't like it at all. But I know that my higher self really wanted me to explore the depth, my core wounds of unworthiness and abandonment, or not abandonment maybe, but that feeling of being forsaken. Yeah. And it's like I can't really feel that right now. Weird. But as we are expanding and we are exploring our deeper consciousnesses right now, it's very easy to get lost and confused of why we do feel so heavy sometimes. And it is because we have a lot of healing to do within ourselves and within our, I think I spoke about it in the latest video, maybe. That some of the energies in our ancestral lineage, like if we talk past, present, future, some of the energies that has been within ourselves and within our ancestral lineage and within Earth's history is like they can't really be here anymore. The energies, it's heavier and heavier to hold on to, I feel. And I think that both April and May was a very expansive, but expansive month. And expensive for month. And expensive for some, I hear. And I feel like we are, don't get so caught up with the personal experience, because I want to say, like, everything that you are experiencing, it's, for the first, it's not only you who are going through this stuff. We have our individual experience and lessons. Yes, we have, but we also have a lot of traumas and stuff to heal that is within this ancestral lineage, like this ancestral trauma. And we can get born into this life to clear some of that up, like if it is money issues, or like the limitations of being a human in all of the aspects that we have been feeling limited in. It can be work, relationships, money, business, and just the consciousness within ourselves, like who we are and what we believe, what is true to ourselves, about ourselves. And that is like, it's from generations of not feeling worthy, not being enough, or feeling enough. We are always enough. We are always enough. But like that feeling of we need to serve to be worthy. Don't say no to anyone, or like being there for anyone who needs it, and we're forgetting that we need ourselves sometimes, and we have been programmed to think that it's egoic to think about ourselves, and it can be in one aspect if it doesn't come from the heart. Maybe if we do stuff to gain stuff, it's another story of itself. But to think about yourself like what you need to feel good, that is not egoic. That is coming from your higher self. It's coming from your like from the more whole you, the wholeness of who you are. The wholeness of who you are wants you to feel good, wants you to love yourself for where you're at, and for who you are, and from where you are right now. And to give ourselves like a pat on the back, like we are brave. With everything that we are going through, we are brave, and we are strong, and we are awesome. Because May was, for me, and I guess it was for a lot of people, it was a very much clearing out old stuff, old ancestral stuff month. And I know that from our experience of being within our body with all these traumas and all these experiences, it can be very difficult and very hard to actually see the bigger picture of why we are going through this. And I know that our higher self is always there for us, and know and keep that as a reminder that when you are going through a lot of heaviness and a lot of old, very difficult things, it's always you're always guided, and you're always where you're meant to be. You're never wrong. You can't be wrong. You aren't wrong. Nothing you are is wrong, and it has never been anything wrong with you. We had just been programmed to believe all this we have been programmed to believe that we are this heaviness, that we are these words that we keep telling ourselves. And actually, that is not really us telling us what we are. It's just the programming of the ego and the mind. It's a program. You can see it as a computer that has been programmed with this ancestral thinking, old ways of thinking and being and saying things. It's just a old computer, an old hard drive that we want to clear out, we want to erase, or we want to reprogram it, deprogram it to reprogram new stuff, new ways of thinking, new ways of saying stuff to people and ourselves, and new ways of feeling and exploring and learning and being. And it's all coming online right now, and it's all coming online like the years ahead, I will say, the years ahead. And keep the patience with yourself and with others, because we are all learning in different stages, and we are learning a lot from each other. we do. And as I said, the month of May was very much a clearing out old ancestral lines, hard drive. A lot of clearing. So don't see it as like I regret that month, or I regret anything of what I was or what I was doing or saying in the past month or years or life, because it all has a purpose. It all has a purpose. But it also all had a purpose. And now we are clearing out it and being more conscious of what we are going towards and what we want to program into our minds. What is your new computer? What is your heart or soul telling you that you want to do right now? Because what I have been learning more and more is to go after what I want, and without the exceptions of what my mind thinks that I need to do, what I have to do, what I need to say, what I need to be. Nothing need much, like we don't need we don't need much of what we were. And that is it can be difficult for the mind to accept that, because we have a lot of programmings to get out of. But nothing is wrong, and this new state of being, I think, actually feels like it's more of a feeling state instead of thinking. Because we are, so many times we are a lot of what we are going to do in the future. Like we are a lot of us is in the future when we want to do stuff, and not really going after what we really, really want in the now. Like what is your experience of just being with yourself, just being in the now and feel what's coming to you? Trying to learn to be more receptive of what the universe wants to give you or wants you to do. And that can be anything. And that reminds me of what I was saying in my other video. It's a lot about being receptive, and what the month of not only June, I think, but especially June, I hear right now. Okay, especially June will be a month of receiving. And when we are in the receiving mode, or we want to be in the receiving mode, we have to be in a calm space, in a calm way of being. Because the receptive mode, I had the example, I was saying in the other video, of being in the receptive mode is, it can be doing something that you love, or doing something that makes you calm, quiet, like being in the center of yourself and just feeling nice, just feeling like to pause yourself and doing nothing. Then you can be more in the receptive mode. And when I am in the receptive mode, things come so much easier to me. And when I don't give myself any pressure, or when I do not put any pressure on myself. Like when I sit in the sofa and I don't put any pressure on myself of what I need to do, have to do, should do. When I'm just enjoying myself, like if I do want to put a movie on, then I do put a movie on. And then I often, very often, almost always see that it's something in the movie that wanted to tell me something or wanted to show me something. It was something about this movie that wanted me, it wanted, like the universe or my higher self wanted to put me in a state of being receptive, or being just being, and feel that life is here right now, wherever you are. Life isn't just doing something. Life is everything. It's not always just doing something, like going on a trip to Hawaii, or going to a trip to the Amazonas, or doing, it's not only doing all the stuff that you love, but it also to be receptive of letting yourself just relax. Sometimes when I put on a movie, I get these thoughts of like, no, I can't sit here. I have to do that and that. I need to do that, to that. And it's very exhausting for me. I don't feel like I am living my highest version when I do that, because that is an old version, an old aspect. It's an old version of my ancestral lineage, I think, of what I have to do for my family and what I need to do to be something. And I can't rely on myself when I do that. I have started to like just love being with myself in every moment, in every aspect of life. Like enjoying myself when I'm doing the dishes, enjoying myself. I can even like laugh at myself because I don't really like doing everything. Like it's like I see from a higher perspective, I see like even the boring things in life sometimes it's okay. It's like a part of life. The responsibilities and stuff that we are experiencing, it's also a part of the human journey, but we are very caught up in the mind of the have to and need to. And I will repeat all of that because it's something that we want to deprogram. Like, how do you feel when you say to yourself that I need to do that, I have to do that? Does it feel good, or does it feel forceful, restrictive? Can you instead say to yourself like, okay, I have a lot in my head, I have a lot to do right now. What do I actually want to do from the heart? Like, what do my soul wants me to do right now? Without being fearful of the consequences of not doing it. What do I feel if I said to myself, like, I don't need to do that right now? What do I feel? Do I feel fearful? Do I feel unworthy? Do I feel not enough? I'm not doing enough. I'm not enough. I'm not being enough for my family and friends and everything around me and who is around me. I would say that is a question for you to say, am I being enough for myself right now? And being like really truthful, like, because we are always enough. Whatever we are doing, we are enough. But we have to repeat that to ourselves to really believe it and to feel the vibration of what it feels like to be enough. Sometimes we can start to cry when we say to ourselves, because I have been repeating to myself that when I am in a like a tricky situation where I don't feel enough, I feel overwhelmed, I can stop and say, I am enough, I do enough, and I have enough, I do enough. But especially, I do enough and I am enough. I do enough and I am enough. I do enough and I am enough. But I think that also that I have enough is a way of also coming back to ourselves more, because we do get caught up in the illusion of that we need to fill our void within ourselves with a lot of money and stuff without actually maybe needing it. And yeah, we do need stuff to experiencing life and to live, but we are still worthy without all of that, because everything is coming from within. Everything is being created from within. And we are always worthy. You can be, like if I say that homeless person in the street without anything is still as much worthy as the most rich people in the world that we maybe are judging for having a lot of money and maybe don't have always have the best interest in other people, but like it or not, they are still as much as worthy as the rest of us. Like we are all equals of worthiness, and that you are not an exception. You are still as worthy as anyone, but the individual experience is, it's very important to let yourself experiencing everything that you are feeling. That it's okay to feel angry, it's okay to feel unworthiness. Like that is your experience, and live that, experiencing it. Let yourself experiencing it, and know that you are still whole. You will always be who you are, regardless of what you feel, regardless of what you think of yourself. Your soul always knows who you are and always loves you. Okay, so that was a lot of soulful truths that wanted to come out and speak to you. And a lot of my own revelations of my own month of May, that I myself think was very hard to experience. It was very, 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 very deep clearing, like a full body consciousness clearing out. But now I'm now I'm feeling more lighter and more clearer, clear thinking after this experience. So I know that even if it's hard, it will always come something so much greater or something more expansive after the contractions, the clearings. And I feel like June is follow your calling. It feels like follow your being more in the feeling state than the thinking state. Like, what do you actually want to do, and who do you really want to be in this world? Do you really want to carry this baggage of old traumas, or are you letting yourself release that release that part of yourself that's still in the victim mode, that is still wounded, that is still like holding on to that wounded part of ourselves? Or are we actually going to release it now, once and for all? Release it by loving it. Loving your inner child, loving your wounds, loving everything of who you truly are and everything that you're not. Like loving the hell of all of your experience. And release that which is not serving you anymore. Because you will feel within yourself like what is holding your back. What is holding your back? The guides are, the higher self is, I got your back. that is what is coming through right now to myself as well. Like my higher self is got my back, and your higher selves is got you back. Your back of whatever is coming your way, because they say we love you and we carry you through all of your experiences, all of the good and bad is all of who you are, and all of who you truly are is the non-judgmental part of who you truly are. And the non-judgmental part of you is who you truly are. It's the part of you who doesn't judge your experience and feeling sadness, angry, unworthiness, and not feeling whole. It's the part of you who loves you through the heaviness and through the part of you that is not still whole, that is not believing all of that is you. And I feel like the heart consciousness that is beaming out of you is who you truly are. And that is what is like healing this earth. That is what is, and I feel like that is what is coming through me right now and through all of you. Like when you're opening when you're opening your heart, you are opening for hope and truth. And this hope that is within the hope that is within the consciousness of humanity, it is what is opening up. But the hope is what we need to be exploring more. And the hope is maybe what we need to be beaming out of our hearts, and like being hope. I hear it's like we want to be a beam of light, within the consciousness of humanity at this time. Oh my God. Oh, I feel, oh my God. It makes so much sense. Okay, I have a hard time like speaking right now because I'm channeling the higher selves. But we are clearing out so much because we can hold the light. We are, and you who are seeing this right now is a beam of light. And you are a force that is within this light that is coming to earth. Like this light is really beaming at us right now. And that is why we are feeling so heavy, because we're clearing out the ways of being that is history. That is history now. And what we are receiving, if we do let us receive, actually, in the month of June, we do receive a lot of light. And when we are anchoring this light, we are anchoring the 5D consciousness. We are anchoring the new earth, the new ways of being, we can say. And that holds humanity in a way of opening itself up like a lotus flower, I see. Like a flower, it will opening up for new possibilities for the whole humanity, the whole earth, the whole of who you are. Oh my God, this is so awesome. And this month of May, that was the blooming of that consciousness and that light. And that consciousness is like still arising within us, and that will make us feel small, maybe, like within ourselves and within the experiences of still feeling all of that, what was, and the little child within us. I feel it's a lot of inner child healing right now, and in the month of May, and still beginning in the beginning of June. And then the consciousness will rise to a more like the fruits of the labors, the fruits of what we have been sowing will like pop up, and we will see the fruits of what we have been longing for, I hear. So whatever you want to be experiencing, that you have been longing for, it, like, let it come through you, like let it come to you. Don't expectate it to come very soon, but it will come eventually. Don't try to long for it. I heard, like, let yourself just be in the moment and love yourself like where you're at right now. Loving that inner child and loving yourself for all that you are. Release the heaviness and the burden of being in a state that you thought you were, and trying to let that new you being birthed out of that old consciousness, like let your new self love the old version of you, if it makes sense. Because we're going in a transition that is very important for the humanity. It's not only our own individual journey. It's our individual person, as we are integrating our own soul aspects and our own soul origins. But it's also for the greater good of all humanity. So you're doing a great job. Oh, so I didn't expect that to come through, actually. But I guess it wanted to come through. So I believe it was a lot of energy in that video. So I need to take a pause now. I need to center myself and just be with my family. Ground myself. Always when I do this and when I let the higher selves come in, my mind gets like, I can't think. So I will end this video, and I will thank you so much for being here. Not really thank you for watching this video. I want to thank you for being here, for like being you, and for being the awesome you, for being here on earth, and for being in this experience. And I love you. I love you so much. And I know that we are doing this together, and you are doing the best you can. And I know that you are doing this. So I love you. And don't forget yourself. You are important. Bye bye.